Just when I thought we were going to lose all hope, it has finally arrived. Series 2 X Factors. Let's get into it, guys. It is going to be highlighted by the 92 overall Alexander Barkov. It can go up to a 93. These are just like the base numbers. We got a 90 Bedard that can go to 91. Leon Draisaitl, Sidney Crosby, Cale Makar. And then we got some base 88s compared to the other ones. So we got Matty Beniers, Kirill Kaprizov, Gavin McKenna, Bowen Byram. We got Logan Cooley in there too. Troy Terry, trying to read that small print. We also today got some sharpshooters that did come out. I highly recommend taking a look at the Kevin Fiala one because that one does stick out to me. It's a very good find, but we're not here for that, honestly. This is what we've been waiting for. It's 100% the X Factor items. Series number 2 here. Let's get right into it. We are going to show off the base ones first. It's Sami Vatanen. I'm hopefully saying that right. I'm going to hide my face for this so we can kind of see the full look. But he's a left defenseman at 87 overall. He's got offensive defenseman along with his defensive boost and gold elite edges. At 5'10", $185, he comes with 90 excel, 90 speed, and 90 endurance. His shots in the low to mid 90s. And his hands are kind of in the mid to upper 80s. It's a base card. Like, you ain't using it at this point in time. There are a few to keep an eye on, but this one is not one of those for me. Then you got 6 foot, $185, Troy Terry of the Anaheim Ducks, quack quack seat back. You got Sniper Ford along with power shooting boost. He's got gold puck on string, 90 excel, 90 speed, 89 endurance. He's got low 90s for his shooting. His hands are in the upper 80s and low 90s, and his defensive stats are okay at best. At 6 foot, $185, not great, but not horrible. Then you got Max Freeberg. Freebird, you say. Pinpoint shooting boost, playmaking boost. We got gold unstoppable force at 5'11", $194. 90 excel, 90 speed, 88 endurance. The only thing I do like to highlight compared to the season 1, we do have a lot higher endurance across the board. This is a okay card once again, a little undersized, a little slow, but it's an 87. It is what it is. Then you got Logan Cooley. He's got agility boost and playmaking forward boost. He's got gold ankle breaker, 92 excel, 90 speed, 99 agility. I do like the 99 agility being thrown in there. His speed does round off at 90, which kind of sucks, but for an 87, it's not horrible. It could definitely be a lot worse than that. And his hands are in the low 90s. His shootings are in the 90s. His defensive stats are kind of lackluster, but 5'10", $174 ain't going to be nothing too crazy to rave over. This is one I would say to look out for. Gavin McKenna. I think they did this one right. With speed boost, if you do have Alexander Ovechkin's team of the week, you can throw him in here, and he has 94 speed, 94 agility. He's 6 foot, $165, so a little bit lighter, but at least he comes with some height. His shooting is also in the mid 90s, which is better than some of the cards we have out right now. 96 discipline. And his hands aren't too crazy or too bad either. And he does come with gold unstoppable force. I'd say this low-key is probably the best one of the base X Factors. And definitely worth taking a look at, maybe making first and see if he cracks your lineup. Tell me if you guys have played with the card yet, if you do like it. We also have Matty Beniers at 88 overall. He's got two-way forward and playmaking boost. He's got gold close quarters at 6'2", 178 pounds, 89 excel, 90 speed, 95 agility. Low 90s for his shot. His hands are in the upper 80s or low 90s as well. His defensive stats are a little bit more well-rounded with 91 faceoffs, but once again, like, I ain't using this. I think the Gavin McKenna card's a lot more well-rounded, personally. Then my personal favorite, it's Kirill Kaprizov. At 5'10", 202 pounds, he's got agility boost and sniper forward. 91 excel, 91 speed. His shot is also really good. He just doesn't have enough speed, to really make a difference as an 88. I think Gavin McKenna is the outright best base X Factor card that could probably make your lineup. I do wish we would have gotten him with gold elite edges on a couple of his other cards, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Then we start getting into the fun ones after we check out this last one, which is Bowen Byram. At 88 overall, left defenseman. He's got acceleration boost and two-way defensive boost. His acceleration boost, if you can activate it, will bring him up to a 92 overall on that and 91 speed. His shooting, though, his accuracy is at an 82, which is kind of a head-scratcher considering he's an 88, but it is a defenseman. His defensive stats ain't too crazy or too bad. I do like gold elite edges. It's one of the best offensive, like if you use him as an offensive defenseman. Can't argue there. But once again, I think Gavin McKenna really cleans it out. But let's get into the captain's X factors. 5'10", buck 85. This is Connor Bedard. He can go up to a 91 overall. He's got sniper forward and pinpoint shooting boost, silver shock and awe, and gold make it snappy. Keep in mind it does cost ability points to make these cards, but 92 excel, 92 speed, 90 endurance, 97 agility. His wrist shot power and accuracy is maxed out. Is it maxed out before we add those? Yeah, it's already maxed out before having this. So the reason why I don't like this card, besides maybe some size issues, is I feel like this is just another extension of the sharpshooters. Like, why do I need these two things on here when he already has a maxed out, wrist shot accuracy and power? Because he ain't really taking a whole lot of slap shots with him, especially with gold make it snappy and silver shock and awe. But hey, that maybe I'm not the only one thinking it, but hands are in the mid 90s. His defensive and checking stats are going to be a little bit lower because of his size. 89 faceoffs, so I'd probably be running him on the right wing. If you love Connor Bedard of the Blackhawks, like, hey, this is your card to make. I'm just saying I felt like we could have got maybe a few more synergies to either up like his skating or up his like defensive stats. I don't know. That's just me though. Then we got Leon Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl can be a 91. He has sniper forward and pinpoint shooting boost as well. If they don't have him activated, I understand having those shooting boosts on there because you can get him maxed out. It's not already maxed out. He has silver 1T along with gold make it snappy. I wish we would have gotten a different gold ability between these two, both having make it snappy on there. That's just me though. Then 92 excel, 92 speed. Not bad, not great. 91 agility is kind of what kills it for me though. I wish he had a little bit higher agility on the card, but 90s for his hands, and his defensive stats are going to be a little bit better because he's a little bit bigger in size. 90 faceoffs, you can throw him on there, but he might get beat a little bit more than some of the others. But Leon Draisaitl, definitely a good one. Cale Makar, if you forgot to make his team of the year, man, does this card make a splash in a hurry. Power shooting boost, agility boost, and offensive defenseman, along with silver lead edges, silver quick pick, and gold heat seeker. 95 excel, 99 agility, 91 endurance to complement 95 speed. His power's up to 97 and his accuracy's at 92. His hands are in the mid 90s across the board besides hand-eye. And his defensive stats are pretty good minus that body checking. I mean, this is an absolutely disgusting card, and he has a better gold ability than his team of the year. Team of the year has gold wheels. I like gold heat seeker because it'll activate on 1Ts, your wrist shots. Like, it's a good ability to have, and that's just me. Then we got Sid the Kid at 92 overall. Agility boost, playmaking boost. He's got silver born leader. He's got silver unstoppable force and gold beauty backhand. 94 excel, 99 agility if you get everything on there. 97 balance, 94 speed, 91 endurance. His shooting's in the low 90s. His hands are in the mid to upper 90s, and his defensive stats ain't bad, but I do like the 94 faceoffs. He always plays better than what his card shows. I really like the Crosby card, and this is the one that I actually went on to make. In his first goal, he also had a beauty backhand goal that he did not deserve to have on there, so it made me laugh pretty hard, but here we are. Then it's highlighted overall by the supercharged Alexander Barkov. If you can get him up to a 93, two-way defenseman, power shooting boost, playmaking boost. These are now free ability points, just like Season 1 with the silver quick draw, silver unstoppable force, and gold born leader. And I know what you're thinking, like, you don't feel like it's a crazy good card. I'm going to tell you why I think this is a very underrated card. 94 excel, 94 speed on a 6'3", 250-pound centerman. He has 94 endurance. That's nuts. I mean, you can run him first line and have him out there for quite a while. 93 balance on the guy that's 6'3" is also really good. His shot's in the mid 90s across the board. Hands, mid to upper 90s across the board. Checking is pretty well balanced, and his defensive stats are pretty much maxed out, along with 94 faceoffs. The only thing I'd change, I wish we got 99 faceoffs on him, especially with how slow some of these guys get promoted. But why do I like Barkov over McDavid? McDavid, we knew he was going to get a team of the year or team of the season. Barkov here, like, it might be one of those where if you really like it, you have to make it, but you're not going to see this card get traded in immediately. He may get a team of the season. Maybe, like, that's a stretch, I don't know his stats off top of the noggin, but I know it's nothing like, oh my gosh, like we know it's a for sure thing like McDavid was. So I think that makes it a little bit more intriguing. Plus, he's got a lot of size to him that we didn't get with McDavid. So he's not like flashy, but like 94 excel with 97 agility, like that's a very well-rounded card. And I like it personally. I like the Gold-Born Leader too. It's a true centerman's card. I don't hate on it as much as a lot of people in the chat today's streams were hating it. Like I won't make them for the cost. Yes, it is not worth the cost, and I will break that down in this video as well. But like, don't hate on it as much as you see. Now let's go through the rankings. I am not going to rank the base. I already told you. I think Gavin McKenna is the best by far. But coming in at number 4, I have Connor Bedard. 5'10", $185. He's just a little bit small for my taste. 92 XL, 92 speed. Nothing really jumps out. His cards this year just have not really hit for me. And that's just my take on it. Like, I think it's a good card. I just don't see it as a great card. I think Connor Bedard is kind of where that one's at. For the current rankings, I have Connor Bedard. Then we move on to the next one. It's Leon Draisaitl. When you activate everything on there, 92 XL, 92 speed, he's a big guy, 90 faceoffs. You're going to probably have to throw him at wing, so it kind of limits him on what he can or can't do. And his abilities are okay, but gold make it snappy. It's nothing that stands out that makes me scream like, I got to make this card. Next up, I have Sidney Crosby at a 92 overall. When you get his stuff activated, 94 XL, 94 speed, he has 94 faceoffs. He's got Silver-Born Leader, Silver Unstoppable Force, and Gold Beauty Backhand. I'm going to say right now, I use Gold Beauty Backhand. It is like taking a Gold 1T. If you're at the blue line, you do backhand. It's the funniest thing to see. But yeah, like it's a really, really good card. And all of these cards are good. I just have Crosby ranked a little bit higher because from the center's position, you can actually throw him on at center or at wing. Like it doesn't limit you like the other ones that have lower faceoffs. Then number 1 is going to be Cale Makar out of the Captain's X Factors. If you did not make a Team of the Year card for him, here's your chance to kind of make up for it. But 95 XL, 95 speed, he has Silver Elite Edges, which is really nice. But Gold Heat Seeker is a phenomenal ability. You can easily put him on as your first line defenseman. Like, there's no questions asked on it from my standpoint. Like, this is a great card. This is a must-have card if you do not have his Team of the Year. That is your caveat. If you have Team of the Year, pivot and go to Sidney Crosby. Now, when it comes time to make these cards, who would you want to make? If you've not made Makar, make Makar. You know he's going to probably get Team of the Season. Make Draisaitl. Draisaitl will get Team of the Season as well. It's probably going to be a very cheap trade-in. When you can max this X Factor or this Captain's X Factor out, you'll get it at a sizable discount. So that's one I would definitely say you should do. Then how I rank Barkov, like I think it's a good card. Like I can't really rate him as far as like compared to the others because he's the big ultimate, but I think it's a very good card. Is it worth making off the scratch and throwing everything you have into it? No, by any means no. But to make one of these guys, I had enough 82s left over. And we'll go into how to make it now. This is going to be a longer video for you guys, but I want you to kind of see how everything breaks down, how to make it. And that's how we're going to break it up here. This next one section is going to be on the how to make it. Let's go into the sets here. You're going to go over to X Factor sets, and you're going to go over to X Factor Series 2. And it's going to be similar to last year's, all right? To make a Captain's X Factor, you need to get all of the base X Factors built first, all 8 of these, okay? So how you end up doing that is you go over to this first one. It's going to take 22 82-plus cards to be able to make one, okay? So keep in mind, like, yeah, it's going to cost higher than the 75s, where you needed 36 of them to put in to make one of them. It's now 82s to make this. 22 82s will make one of those base X Factors that you can throw into the set to make a Captain's. And if you want to make Alexander Barkov, it's going to take all 4 of those Captains, okay? So the biggest thing is you're probably wondering, what's the price of this? How much does this cost if I have to build from scratch? Well, lucky for you, I already took the time to kind of do that and do the math for you. if you go over to the auction house, I'm going to give you one gigantic tip here. One, go to the overall ratings. Do not only be searching by 82s, okay? Search 82 to 86 or however high you want. I don't care. 89. Then go on down to your buy now range. Drop the maximum price to 4K. I think that's a really good starting point. You're going to see there's 41 items, okay? So let's just drop it a little bit. Drop it down to 3,900. As you can see, 4,000 is about the base price for what you're seeing. When I started streaming, it was at 3,750. It's sitting at about 4,000 now per the market. So if you don't want to wait to try to snipe and stuff like that, 4K is a really good starting point. But if you take a look, there's a random 83 put in there for 3,900. You keep scrolling over. I bet I can find there's more 83s in there. So don't limit yourself on just doing 82s. Everybody's hot ticket is going to be selling those 82s for 4K, pocketing as much as they can. But I can tell you, I've seen random 85s and 84s because people are going to put stuff onto the market and they have no idea how the prices go. So to make things simple for you, if you want to buy one from scratch, it costs about 4,000 to make one. So if you do 4,000, I'm going to pull up my old calculator here because we're going to make things nice and simple. 4,000 times that by the 22 you need. 88,000 to make one base X Factor. If you want to make all 8 to make one of those captains, times that by 8, about 704,000 coins. So 700K will get you one captain's X Factor. And if you're like, I got to have Barkov, like Pokemon, got to catch them all, about 2.8 million is what you're going to sink into it. And you're going to be like, holy crap, 2.8 for one guy. Why? Like, McDavid for me could have cost about 5 million. So, like, don't limit yourself on this. Like, don't do the same thing that I did. But I think getting the X Factors you can see for Team of the Season that's going to be coming up here within the next month or two, I think that's definitely going to be worth it. When it comes to Team of the Season, your culprits are going to be Draisaitl. I think Crosby will get one. I think Makar will get one. If you didn't do Team of the Year, here's your chance to make up for it. Draisaitl, I think this will be an easy turn in. And then Sidney Crosby has had a great year. I think he could get it as well. That's just me personally. I don't think Bedard's going to get it. I don't think he's had that type of season, but that's just me. At the same time, can you get some free cards and stuff like that? That's another great question. If you go over to your Hut Moments, you can also unlock a free base one for free by doing 13 moments. I was able to do it on stream straight through in about 25 minutes. I was able to get it done. So if you make all the way down to the last one, you will get some X Factor tokens and a choice pack. But keep in mind, there's 182, 282s, 382s, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 882s right there to be had for those. Keep that stuff in mind when you're doing that. It does make a difference. If you don't care about Team of the Week, guess what? You can find some 82s right here. You know what I mean? Like, look through all these different challenges and moments for your chance. Like, I didn't even complete the stuff for Team Builder. Maybe there's some 82s lying around on the Team Builder side of the house. Like, look at every possible way you can make packs so you don't sink money, like actual money into this, or coins into it when you don't need to. At the same time, when you're going through, there's some, there's no new objectives for it. There is some new objectives, though, for your sharpshooters. Check it out. 84 plus, can't go wrong. That is going to be like kind of the brief rundown of how to make these wild cards. If the last thing, and I need to see it for myself because I've not seen it, like McDavid, when you traded it in for your McDavid card, do we get them back? You will get 2 captains back, B and D. So keep that in mind. If you make Barkov, you're still going to have to make 2 of the other X Factors once again if you're looking again for Team of the Season. I don't think it's worth making it for Barkov. That's me personally. Tell me what you guys think down below. I think Barkov's a good card, okay? But the trade-in to get that good card is not worth it. And then when it comes to it, like, I don't want to have to make 2 more. But do I think these captains are worth it? Absolutely. I think 3 of those captains are excellent choices. I think Bedard, if you love that card, I think he can have a lot of fun and he's going to have a wicked shot. But can he create the space? I don't know. Depends on your play style. But other than that, guys, I really appreciate you guys stopping in. I'm hoping this guide and this tutorial can kind of help you out when it comes time to make it. Make sure you give a like or a follow. If you have, for some reason, a lot of coins to spend, by the way, there are also packs in the store. There's only one. But like I said, I broke it down for you guys. It's not worth it, but if you don't care about money, I will also show you that really quick before we get off. It's about 200K to get one of the base X Factors. And yeah, for me, it's not worth it. One base X Factor, I told you can get it offline for about 80K, 88K or whatever. I don't think it's worth it, but hey, maybe you see it differently. But other than that, guys, I really appreciate your time. If you guys liked it, drop a follow. I'm trying to reach 500 subs. And what do you guys think of the content? I know it's about time that we get some of these X Factors, but is this something you're going to grind for? Is there a player you're going to shoot for? Or are you saying F it, essentially? But other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for stopping in.